Welcome to V3 Funding's short video on how to maximize your school's cash flow by filling your empty seats. I'm Al Hanley. I ran trucking schools for 30 years before I founded V3 Funding. I created this presentation to give school owners an overview of the problem that empty seats cause at their schools, and to show them a secret I learned 25 years ago when I had empty seats in my schools. I know this works because I have used it successfully in the past, and you can also. Before we start, who am I? I'm a third-generation school owner with over 33 years experience in the truck driving school industry. I co-founded, built, managed, and operated the CDL School, Inc., a 10-campus platform across 4 U.S. time zones. We had annual graduates of over 7,000 students. In 2018, I sold the platform to a private equity-owned company called Transforce. I successfully operated that platform until July of 2022. Feel free to view my bio on LinkedIn. Now, we find it helpful for those watching this video to have listened to and watched our video, How to Double Your Cash Flow in 120 Days. That video is part of our sales training resources that we provide to our school partners to help them implement best practices with their admissions teams. Now let's get started. This slide details a standard cohort of 20 students in a typical truck driving program in today's marketplace in 2024. Now, for a cohort of 20 students, you typically see 2 road instructors on the road at all day with 4 students in each truck. And this generally leaves you 12 students in a range under the supervision of 1 master instructor. Usually you'll see a student to truck ratio of 3 to 1. This means there are typically 4 trucks moving, and possibly there will be a pre-trip station that may occupy 2 or 3 students. $69.95 is the national standard tuition, and the proper revenue for a school and cohort of this size is roughly $139,000 per cohort. Now that's if all 20 seats are full at the maximum tuition yield of $69.95. Today's reality, though, as we talk to school owners around the country, we're learning 2 things. First, they have a hard time finding enough students who can pay the full tuition of $69.95 by writing a check, using cash, or using their Gold MasterCard. And second, mainly because of the first problem, they cannot fill all 20 seats consistently. This is causing a severe cash flow problem, stress on the owners, stress on the staff about their uncertain futures, and forcing schools to drop their tuition, hoping they can join more cash-paying students. I've asked owners a simple question. If you dropped your tuition to $2,500, setting aside the fact that you would go out of business, how many more students would you join? The answer is typically a few, or not many, or none. Schools in this situation need to implement a funding program like V3 Funding's program to generate cash out of these empty seats. Right now, an empty seat in one of your cohorts brings you $0 in revenue. Doesn't it make sense to generate some revenue from these empty seats? After all, you have the same trucks, range, office staff, and instructors. Now this slide shows the value of the V3 Funding Alternative Loan Program. Using our system, these 6 empty seats are now filled with an average B yield student, which generates you roughly $4,200 per student, or roughly $25,000 in cash for each full class. Now that's additional. Over 6 starts, that adds up to roughly $150,000 in additional cash flow. And over 26 class starts, this can be as high as $655,000. This is possible using our simple, proven system. So in summary, don't focus on the individual yield of each student. You can do that when you have consistently full classes. Right now, you need cash flow in full classes. You need yes answers for more students. Focus on the gross cash flow in each cohort you deliver, whatever the frequency. Make sure there are no empty seats. By having alternative finance options, any revenue these seats now get is virtually free cash flow to you. Our updated program now has an 80% payout for A deals. If you are serious about increasing your school's cash flow, we want to work with you to do this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.